for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's now here in the second.
Clearly one of the very best players in that 2-point overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back.
Here's Jack following the basket by Freak. Second basket, he's 2 for 2.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Plumlee. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Kilpatrick. Back to Jack. Here's Sims. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Sims has got his second basket of the night.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Can't connect from short range.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bucks lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we're seeing from the new group in for the Nets. Henry Sims has checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Jared Bayless is out there with Maine at the 5 down low.
What? For Bayless, it was this good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
On the 3.
+8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And it's Kilpatrick missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Freak kicks to Henson. Pass to Freak. The fader. Rebounded by the Nets. Hollis Jefferson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
ไม่รู้ดูยังไงอ่ะดับอะไรอ่ะถามอะไรมา
Here's Sloan, defended by Middleton. And Sloan kicks to Robinson. From 12 feet out. Bayless grabs the board. Bucks leading by 8.
ดับคืออะไรอ่ะ
43 seconds left in the third. Middleton right side. Kicks it to Freak from outside the arc, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 10 points.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now the pass to Sims. To stop the drought. And the shot is long.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard. that's at the top of that list.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Bucks on top. They're up by 11. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this match. Chris Robinson, he's checked in for the Nets. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. Freak comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. And it's Ennis in for Michael Carter-Williams. We've got Young. Robinson is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Freak. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
And it's Freak missing. Here's Bogdanovich. The 3 offline. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight.
Good win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
What a life, eh, Freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the court.
I'll tell you about Big. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer.
You're always going to have people.
Big road trip coming up for the team, and it all starts tonight. If we can set the tone with the win here, it'll make a huge difference. The team's ready, and I know I'm ready. So I guess the next step is to just get out there and get it done. I feel like this one's on me, though. So time to earn my stripes.
On the floor for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. At shoot, at the other guard position, O.J. Mayo. At small forward, standing 6'7", number 37.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center.
Ready, gentlemen?
For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off a good outing against the Cowboys. Checked in for Hibbert. Young comes in for Meta World Peace. Williams, he's checked in for Bryant. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. On the court for the Bucks. Freak, he's in at small forward. John Henson out there with Miles Plumlee. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Bayless in at the 1. Well, taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. Lou Williams won the Sixth Man Award last year, Clark, in the NBA. He's not a playmaker, although he kind of plays that position a little bit. This guy scores the ball very well coming off the bench.
He really does. I mean, he looks like a guard because of his size, but he's truly an explosive scorer, and that's the strength of his game, and that's who he is and what he does.
And Bass kicks to Williams. From the line, and it's blocked. Middleton dishes to Bayless. 1:53 left in the first quarter. That is good.
You know, and when you look at Lou Williams, he's always had a shooting guard skill set in kind of a point guard's body. Now, he's not just a long-range bomber. He will attack the basket and earn his share of trips to the foul line. And that's where he's really deadly. 86% from the stripe last season.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Los Angeles' head coach. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, but he knows the drill defensively. Keep them out of the lane. He said they're tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet and do our best to deny that penetration. Kevin, easier said than done.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Bayless, the pass to Middleton. The feed to Freak. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Bass.
And, you know, back to Williams, sometimes it's better to own one thing, be a master at that, than try to fit a round peg into a square hole. I mean, he's not a really good passer. Never has been. That's not who he is. But he can heat up quickly as a scorer. And that's the side where you put jelly and butter on his toast.
Pass to Freak. Shoots the three. Here's Plumlee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
Well, Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. Stolen by Henson. Plumlee, no luck. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Young nails them both. Bayless. And that concludes a back-and-forth high. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros. We can a platoon swap here for the Lakers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Clarkson is out there with Williams. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Bass in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Shots good from Young.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
And Bayless kicks to Freak. Takes the 13-footer. Drained for 2 points. Freak's got 5. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. On the wing, Williams, defended by Middleton. Williams attacking. Shot is off. Great D that time for Middleton. Here's Bayless. Good defensive work there by Young.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Henson with the screen. Middleton dishes to Freak. But they recover it. Plumlee the pass to Bayless. Feeds to Freak from the arc. Can't hit. And the Lakers going the other way now. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
You know, it perhaps could serve as a rallying point for him, Greg. I mean, sometimes after a big loss like that, it can be a catalyst or a wake-up call for the locker room.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Henson sends it back. From out on the wing. Bayless. No good. And we're through the first half of basketball here on what's been a good...
Gentlemen, I'm here.
35.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been... Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Freak in its small forward. Jared Bayless is out there with Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before. But shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Burgess. He has 6. Hibbert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed a big contract. He's got the talent and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
And that one's good. Freak. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Here's Huertas. He averages about 5 points a game. There's the triple. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 6. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Fades away. The rebound by the Lakers. They're getting their first look at the season at the Bucks in this one.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
Bucks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. And here's Freak. 10 points for him. And Plumlee kicks to Bayless. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bass has got 6 rebounds now in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Huertas. The pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Freak. Fires from deep. The shot is off. And as we end the fourth quarter, just moments away now as we welcome you back. And the Bucks with possession here. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. Roy.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
Things haven't been pretty for them lately, but his performance in this win is definitely a step in the right direction. He wanted this one badly. You could tell that right off the bat. He put his game into another gear and was playing angry tonight, fellas.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his...
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
The only color I care about is green. Money, right?
Mr. Dom Pag.
แพ้เกมแรกอะทำได้10แต้มเอง เฮ้ยจริงมันต้องเยอะกว่านั้นทำแบบ3 แต้มทำ3 แต้ม2 ลูกมานี่คือใช่ที่ยิง3 แต้มแม่นมากที่ผมรู้สึกว่าแม่นเพราะเราเป็นตัวยิงเนี่ยใช่ที่ต้องยิง3 แต้มแบบที่เป็นอัพไปนี่ด้วยอัพเข้าไปชุดวงในใช่ที่อัพไปแล้วที่พี่ใส่ไปแล้ว3 ขีดแล้วก็จัมชุดเตอร์ใส่ไป2ใส่แค่3 อันแล้วก็อินไซด์สกอร์ใส่ไป4เลยจัมชุดเตอร์เอาเหรอมีแม่งตัวเข้าไปยิงอย่างเดียวเลยอ๋อ
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect. We watched plenty of film. Sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
เขาพี่ผ่อนเกมที่เราไม่อยากให้ดำเลยไม่ได้ซิลเลยเมื่อคืนทุกทีก็ไปมาอยู่ไม่ได้เล่นไม่ใช่
We're coming at you from the peak, Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. This game is part of the travel schedule for Milwaukee. Guys, coming into this game, it's been 5 consecutive losses, so confidence obviously will be a key for them tonight.
Kevin, in recent games, their luck has been all bad and tough, and that could very well continue against the team they're facing here in this ball game. It's not going to be easy.
ได้ระบบดูหนังด้วยใส่ดูหนังใช่สำคัญแต่อยู่ในโปรแกรมหน้าแล้ว
The Thunder leading by 6. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished, and they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And a wide open look for Freak, and the 3 ball is good. Freak's got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Goes back up, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Ibaka. Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Roberson. Plumlee, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Mayo comes in for Carter Williams. Here's Freak. And he drops that one in. Freak's got 5 points so far. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Now Westbrook, he had 19 points in the win against Denver. Cantor's shot is off. From down in the low post, it goes. He's got 11.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kev, I caught up with Coach Billy Donovan. He knows they're up against a team that plays best when they're getting to the rim. He told me that their #1 concern is going to be sliding over to help on any drives and closing up any lanes to the hoop as quickly as possible. Good rotation is key, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Mayo, the pass to Freak. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Now here's Waiters. Tight defense on him. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder.
เกียนไงเต้นจะโยนบอลจะจั้ำบอลกันคือเต้นไอ้การเป็นตัวส่งไม่ใช่เหรอ
And both free throws good for Waiters.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Here's Westbrook. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the score. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children. Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the end. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Dion Waiters checked in for Roberson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And he recovers it. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Offensive rebound. Henson dishes to Freak. 1:57 left in the first half. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Plumlee, that's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Plumlee's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
The drive by Kanter. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Here's Freak. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Oklahoma City ball.
58 seconds left to play here in the half. The pass to Kanter. And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Durant. The dish to Kanter. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Waiters gets a wide open look, and he's good on the 3 ball. Waiters got 7 points in the game.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Plumlee with the screen, stolen by Kanter. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
ว่ายังเลย
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third
มันรับ
quarter.
ไม่ได้นะระวังคนมันรับการพูดกลางๆเราไม่ได้หรอกเราพูดตรงก็ระวังก็ถึงบอกว่ามนุษย์นิสัยมนุษย์มันรับความจริงไม่ได้จำไว้เลยไม่เหมือนคนอย่างพวกเราพูดจริงทำจริงอ่ะพูดตรงคิดยังไงพูดอย่างนั้นคนส่วนมากเขาไม่ทำไงมึงต้องระวังข้อนี้ไว้คนส่วนมากเขาไม่มีใช่ไงก็ถึงบอกว่าให้ระวังไว้แม่งรับความจริงกันไม่ได้พอพูดความจริง
And as we welcome you back, we begin anything can happen. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
Again for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Waiters, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Roberson. On the court for the Bucks. Freak in at the 3. Jared Bayless is out there with Mayo. Then it's Miles Plumlee. And it's Henson in at the 5. Well, Clark, the Bucks were much improved on the road last season, going 18-23.
Yeah, they were very competitive. This young team fought hard and rarely found themselves out of games on the road, which is a good sign for the future.
And for the Bucks, who only won 5 road games in 2014, last year's mark of 18 is a huge step forward. Still, they had problems last year as they had an 11-game road losing streak towards the end of the season.
ห่าง24 แต้มอ่ะมึงเล่นอะไรอยู่พี่เล่นตัวดีอ่ะเยี่ยมมากดีอ่ะ
Payne hits them both.
Well, I tell you, the Bucks are taking steps in the right direction on the road. The problem is the franchise hasn't had a winning record on the road since 2001.
Bayless the pass to Henson. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Henson's got his first basket of the night. The Thunder leading by 23. Kicks it to Adams. To the wing on the left. Here's Westbrook. The shot no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they play 10 games, each side would win 5.
Clock at 2. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. Second in steal, 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And they are in the top third of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Collison dishes to Payne. 1:16 left to play here in the third. The layup missed.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. To the wing right side. Outside Westbrook. Stolen by Henson. Now Bayless. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's Freak missing.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And here is Durant. 11 points in the game.
That's a walk.
The second effort. Russell Westbrook again. Westbrook's got 16.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Clark shooting a meager 37% for the game. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is up. Milwaukee has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
Freaked at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D have struggles with him tonight.
This is to Durant.
Good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, torn with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And guys, being in opposite conferences, these teams only meet twice a year. And when it's been a while since you've seen a team like this, it always feels good to take the first game of the season series. And that's exactly what's taking place here tonight against the Bucks.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Russell Westbrook. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And Collison gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Payne kicks to Westbrook and stolen by Mayo. Parker passes to Ennis. From deep. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And time.
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
มาลองเจอกันหน่อยดิมันยังจะกระตุกอีกเปล่าเสร็จยัง ลืมไปเลย
He played smart basketball.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a